anchor spots, the bad positions, but he's actually thriving in.
This is it, boys. En guerras. This is it, boys and girls.
Firepower, and that's, if I'm grasping at straws, the only thing that FaZe have going for them right now. That they do have firepower when you really do need structure to take on a team like Na'Vi.
Actually, I like what you're cooking. I have a little bit more faith in that perhaps a new Leaf, right, will be good for FaZe, but here we got Na'Vi as DeVita rolls in, and we're seeing a Anubis pick out of FaZe.
That's a little bit interesting, given
FaZe's
recent record on it. It hasn't looked good under Kerrigan. But one thing that I wanted to bring up about them and the potential they had for going for Anubis, it was Twist's best map when he was the in-game leader of Liquid. It was above a 70% win rate. It was one of the only maps that he was actually a really competent T-side caller on when some of the other maps gave him some woes.
This is cool. Twist is like back at the helm, and he's saying, okay, I don't care about your strats, Kerrigan. I don't care about anything. We're playing Anubis.
He's playing the system.
Yeah.
And I feel like the thing is that Twist got a little bit of a bad rep from
Frozen,
members,
my dog.
I myself
Jakob,
a little bit more,
also a dog.
Maybe a change
but it kind of looks like Harry Potter, but I fuck with it.
Yeah, I think that some of his calling got a little bit rudimentary. Sometimes it felt a little too simplistic. But now I feel like with the fact that he has that experience in his back pocket,
I don't know who this guy is, but I know who that motherfucker is. He's locked in. That's Brokey, bro. That's my dog. And then Twiz. Twiz the legend, bro. They look rough, bro. They look like they just lost a family member, and now they're at like work the next day, which I mean they pretty much did, right? I mean Kerrigan leaving was fucking insane to me, but now I have two teams to watch. Because I fell in love with FaZe for Kerrigan, bro. Because of Kerrigan, so.
An underperformance for this Na'Vi team. You should be gunning for a grand final berth. And yeah, I guess at the same time, losing to Vitality, you're not too unhappy about that. The only other team at this event that has taken down Na'Vi in the last 2 months is Furia. Yeah. And I feel like that's the team you're trying to get even with. A team like FaZe should be a stepping stone for you as you move forward.
It absolutely should be. What do you think about Makaze's, I don't want to say resurgence because he's been good, but like stepping up to a different kind of plane?
It's exactly what we saw glimpses of in the beginning when he joined Na'Vi. You saw a couple tournaments in the previous season where on big stages, he showed that he could be the best player in the server. His debut event at IEM Cologne with Na'Vi was fantastic. His Budapest major performance in the playoffs, also excellent too. But now you're seeing it on a regular basis. It's not just when the lights are brightest. He's become a system player, one who has reeled his play into a point where he is now
Brody?
A lot more concerted with his efforts, not just gung-ho.
What's up, brother?
Blazing. He's actually recognizing, okay, I'm going to live a little
multi-kill,
bit longer in this round. I'm going to play this situation a little bit smarter.
Because it's kind of scary.
When you have somebody like Blade right behind you.
I don't know who this new guy is, but
yeah, what do you think about
I'm excited to see what he brings to the table.
I guess I'm
excited to see Twiz calling games. Just that showman not being a part of the team anymore, bro, is what's sad.
No other team in Counter-Strike has, right, to adjust to as a player.
When you're playing in the Blade system, it does feel like with the little bits and scraps that we've attained over time with how Blade runs a team, it's probably one of the most convoluted, but one...
I know who it is.
It's
good, Ben. How are you?
When you're entering, but once you get into the flow of it, you recognize where you have for wiggle room in a round, where you actually have in terms of where your volition can take you. And so the options that Makaze had in the past probably felt very constricting, but now he's freed himself and recognizes where he actually can strike in a round, where he can upset the balance.
Okay, what's the maximum of rounds FaZe get here in the first map?
Oh my goodness. Well, it is their pick.
Yeah, it is actually.
It is their pick, so I think they have to have something in tow. I'm gonna say 8. 8 rounds to me would be a
obviously huge news and huge changes and no time to adapt, and they're up against, would you say, the second best team of the season so far?
Yeah, like a team that had, I think before the season started, it was like, oh, Na'Vi, like they'll be top 5, they'll make playoffs. They're kind of almost in a mouse category without any of the negativity around them. Like, it felt like they were punching above their weight consistently, so they're never disappointing, but it didn't feel like they were a real tournament threat for the end of last year. Now they're just a mainstay. Now they should be, as Maui said, there should be some pressure on them to actually close out in playoffs and also
Headset
make grand finals
problem.
and actually go toe-to-toe with a team like Vitality to take a trophy. I'm in line with those expectations, and I think this will be the point for Na'Vi where they either disappoint or they they exceed those expectations, because I think it's very possible that they can win. Blade already put it that in their last couple of events,
Good to hear.
they were
I'm doing
going to test their
scrolling.
firepower,
Hang
see
on,
if
my
they
brother
can
waiting
stand
for the
toe-to-toe
goddamn snow.
with
No,
guys
it's like
like
around my
Zabu,
dirt
right?
bike.
With the lineup that they have.
How much snow
And I
you
don't know
got
if
over by you, bro?
I don't know if they've met those expectations, because when they still play against Vitality, it's not like they can just beat
Get
them.
that dirt bike back out.
But at the same time, you see that they're still consistent at a very high level.
Yeah, they were getting outgunned by Apex in that quarterfinal back at Rio, so keep that in mind for Na'Vi. But other than that, some great tournaments, a great couple of runs here for this team. I want to hear your thoughts on Faze, though, because are you ready to retire the Faze magic, the Faze BS? Are you still buying into the fact that, hey, when Faze are in the server, anything's possible, or now with Karrigan gone, is that disappearing?
Well, it's like I'm kind of the only guy that's going to have their pick'em screwed before the major even begins, because who am I going to go with now? I mean, I don't know what to do. Like, they were always like an outside favorite or a dark horse or like basically no chance, but they'll still make finals. Now they're literally not there. Now, Faze with stand-ins has normally been a cool thing to talk about, but that's usually because of Karrigan's calling.
Yeah.
His ability to fit anybody in on short notice. And now what we see is that Twist is taking over calling again. This wouldn't happen if Karrigan was still in the lineup, so we have to put that out there first. But the caveat to that is that he's had experience calling on Liquid, then he's given up the role, probably learned a lot as he's put that role down, and then...
All right, let's go, boys.
Again, I imagine that's actually taught him another sort of a lot more about the role and how he fits into the role. And so it'll be another real stab at it. But
Let's
at
go,
the
boys.
very least, he should be very decent. I mean, we know that.
Well, we're
Jakob.
on a map we don't see very often these days. Anubis. And the CT side star for Faze.
Brokey on the dualies.
RV probably not knowing what to expect in this series.
Frozen
but
on duels
can't
too.
really prep against. And Netu in the server as
Netu.
well, standing in from Ence's side of things. Orgda's already just gone full finish. For Netu, it's a new start.
It's almost gone, but hella muddy because the rain melted snow.
Navi
Yeah,
very
it's
solid
kind of
this
the same
pistol. They
here.
have
It's just
managed
been
to
raining a
creep
lot,
a
bro.
player all the way up water, and Jacob hasn't yet got that info. He's missed the timing awfully close.
Thankfully, snow's
Because he
gone,
might
but
announce with a
the rain's
Molotov.
just been fucking killing us,
Jacob
bro.
doesn't know.
Yeah, definitely some subversive pressure.
Come on,
going
Jakob.
here,
Get this fucking,
whether he
get this
knows it or
pick right
not.
here.
So this Molly will chew him back, and Makaze
Jakob
will
versus
hear a
Makaze.
couple of ticks of damage and get a few shots off, but no headshot.
This is all a fake. They've pulled them entirely
Yeah,
out
they
of the
have.
side
They've
right
pulled
now.
them
Netu's
completely out of A,
eyes
bro.
on, but that push from B is going to open things up. Frozen on the flank. Rotate, start to move. Faze putting 3 players in the last second in this site. Na'Vi are announcing it. They're coming in with 3 players of their own, but Faze are ready. Numbers in position. Brokey's Julie's dead first. Twist can't connect a headshot. He's getting blocked on his
They've been
teammate as
fucking
well.
around
So
with each other,
Na'Vi, more space taken in this pistol. And through the smoke comes one more. This is going to get messy as Glocks run dry. Jacob comes through with 2, but I don't know if there's time or a chance here for Faze. Bombs put down. Flame, but Jacob reads it. Triple kill for the young Pole and a 1v2 for Frozen. They don't need to give him a thing.
Tags him.
Peek off Alexis contact. They go swinging together.
Good try.
And
Good try.
Na'Vi bounce out of that pistol with a smile on their face.
It was kind of a good round for Faze from the perspective of they didn't fall for the fake, and they immediately rotated 3 over. But the 3 guys that came over weren't all able to be useful at the same time, all playing in rotator spots, so no one got committed. And you can see the fights from the Glocks from the site. There was no one in a crossfire position to really take that first frag, distract them, slow them down on the main choke point. And in the end, it was just Jacob to get all his frags. Now, we know about Jacob on pistol rounds.
Jacob's
he can be
a
excellent.
god on pistol rounds,
So
bro.
at least as a team that's calling, and that's something we're looking for, Faze make the right move. They don't fall for what Na'Vi have for them, which speaks to the prep. They're the ones who come in prepared for Anubis, but Na'Vi can already play the map, obviously.
Yeah, it's a map at least where you're going to get a lot of freedom to make your moves, right? A little more. I think this map comes down to being random at times on CT side, right? Knowing whether the whole map is quiet, we've lost mid, do we push B, do we push A, do we take water? And, you know, without full info, you're kind of wandering into the unknown there. Is it an empty position and you can full flank, or is the whole team waiting for you? Faze at least make the right move in that pistol, but it's Na'Vi to take it.
We're
The
5
Faze go in
stacking
the
A.
second.
Yeah, It does make it unfun to try to get information back. You always feel like you're just gambling, basically. And speaking of, they do have a stack here on A. I always prefer one guy on the other site, just because if you're gonna have a better feeling of when to commit if you know the other site's open. Right now they've got no audio at all since Valentine's Day.
Damn.
Wow. No love lost though. No love lost. Just kidding. There might be a little bit of love lost.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't the perfect ending for FaZe. They might get what they want in this round. Players coming into middle. Flash ready. Don't want to go too soon. And actually, Na'Vi pulled back, leaving just Alexi in middle. And he spots them. It's quiet. Too quiet. Flood into middle. Alexi. He may as well hang around and fight. He's got the Mac 10 after all. Gonna swing him together. One
Nice.
is not a lot, but B-side's lost. And the round should fall as well here for Na'Vi. So FaZe looking for scraps. A couple of exits, but that bomb ain't big.
I tried this with Connor, but I really wanted to call that Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Someone does come flying through it.
You can pull it out today.
Yeah, all right.
You're approved. The leash is off.
All right. Little farm session here for Imma and the 2-0 start. And all Na'Vi are hoping is that they can just get into a nice rhythm on a map that they know. It's always a risk to bring out a new map, no matter how much you prepped it or whatever. Once you play in the official, it's always that Mike Tyson quote, everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the face. And sometimes that's what can happen, absolutely. But I do love the immediate, just like, we've got something new for you, considering we're coming in with a new team. And we didn't have much time to prepare for this.
FaZe going for the Furia buy. Despite full eco second round, they get MP9 and armor. I like it when teams do this. It feels like a good map for it as well. Na'Vi expecting rifles.
This is the Aurora buy for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they love those MP9s as well.
I feel like Fallen did it first.
He was around first, so.
Or maybe it was Art. I don't know how long this is, how old it is.
Okay. See, that would also add up for sure. Man, but once again, just like fog of war over on the A side. Absolutely no information on half the map here for FaZe. How likely is it that the full exec comes where Na'Vi don't scout this out? And I feel like it's not that likely. Like, how often are you going to see a team like Na'Vi run into a full stack without getting some information first?
It's not a blind exec team. And they are going to go middle, so avoiding the worry for now. FaZe with flash set up a B. Na'Vi putting pressure on this A side. You'll see that bomb is going back. So as long as FaZe don't worry too much with all this util on the other side of the map, the bomb is coming their way.
Yeah, they were trying to throw a fake to get them to rotate the wide side around, but the split is coming in the right direction. So this could be a golden call here for FaZe Clan. Again, not often that you see Na'Vi make a mistake in this situation, but absolutely these MP9s will hurt.
Yeah, they're going to shred pretty quickly. Smoke comes down. Frozen waits for his time to strike, and that's actually a team flash that makes things very uncomfortable. But for who? 15 seconds here, Na'Vi. Are you going to get this bomb down or not? Trades go quick, but not quick enough. Chased down by the MP9. Ima saves the round. He has bailed them out, and it's into the 1v1. Full stick. Wonderful puts it in. Netu taking his timing, and the swing from Wonderful secures that for Na'Vi into the entirety of FaZe. Go Na'Vi, and they come out with the round.
Not gonna lie, still very impressed that FaZe pull out the stack. They commit to it. They're right that Na'Vi are gonna work the map, but not go in for a scout at all, and nearly coming away with a round. Even though they don't win it with these 5 players, they don't have the best guns in the world, so it's not bad. And if Ima doesn't get the second kill, I think it is over. And that bomb probably doesn't even get planted. Very fine margins in this situation.
And just the swing in the 1v1 as well.
Yeah.
Love to see that from Wonderful. He has definitely been renewed in this recent rise for Na'Vi. He's going to bring York quick into A main, knowing Brokey's definitely got his in this round. It's a costly bit of damage though. Molly HE puts him down low. Brokey in middle waiting. This is what FaZe waited for. Full buy round with all the trimmings, and Brokey gets headshot by the captain of Na'Vi to kick it off.
Yeah, just a touch risky. I mean, it's the perfect approach side there from Alexi B. Just the right amount of suspicion. And even though that last round was close, it doesn't mean just because they upgrade their weapons that they'll suddenly win.
Pressure keeps Jacob honest. Na'Vi 1A main, but Faze waiting in the smoke. There's only one player here. 2 kills feels impossible, but he's going to cut them off.
Yeah, this might not be that bad.
Oh, no way. A lot of players running. They go deep. Faze move in, but there's a second player cleared after the fact. Wonderful taking down the flank, and they're ready for one more as well. So this is Na'Vi onto a dominant start to this map. T-side Anubis, always a nice place to be. And Na'Vi reveling in that fact.
Man, trying to phase that smoke on. Hey, they're already playing. You can already see how they're playing different. Like they're doing some stuff that I feel like, and you know what? It is a new roster, and I think in the spirit of Kerrigan, he's somebody who, if he brought someone new into the team, he would adapt that team to that player. I mean, even when, and I don't know if this is a good example, but you remember, was it the Cato run with JKS?
Yeah.
Where they made him into an entry fragger out of nowhere, and it was perfect?
You had to play for Rops and for Rain.
Yeah, that was crazy, but it ended up working, and he kind of made a brand new team with a week's notice.
Real ones remember Croman.
Yeah, man, big time. But where is he now? That's a great
Oh, this isn't looking good, boys. Frozen,
Frozen's
nice.
on the board at least, but
It doesn't count, really.
no. Means to an end here for FaZe. They've had a couple of rifle rounds still, and RV just no problem. Even if it is in clutches, they're winning all of them. Do not let your foot off the gas, especially not on T-side Anubis. Just those 3 rounds at the end of the half can come back to bite you. Oh. It's a bit of a wide peak, it feels.
It is a map where Flash pushing A or B just feels random.
Yeah.
Whether or not it works, if someone's holding, because there's so many good spots to hold from far back from, that you're always taking some kind of gamble. But, I mean, what can you do? If you're on CT side, you need to do something. FaZe are flying through these timeouts now.
Right,
And
trying to
still
laugh through the
having fun.
pain.
Yeah. I always want to know who's the guy telling jokes when you're losing rounds.
Probably Frozen.
That's the guy I'd be trying to poach for my team.
I think they are. We don't need him, say Na'Vi. 7-0 up. Quick to the punch. Jacob, that's what I want to see.
Wow.
Fearless play through the con smoke.
There's no flash.
Yeah, just sends it.
Raw dog. Love
Shit,
that.
shit. Oh, shit.
And so FaZe 5v4. What could go wrong?
Yeah. Could this be the hardest situation? Last time it was, you know, only versus an eco. But it's such a clean 5v4 to grab.
A is empty. Oh no, committed. Twist has to run around the world to get out of there. And FaZe maybe feeling gambly again.
Now there's a ton of roaming going on. Last couple times they did this, though, they just weren't inside the sites. This time it looks like they're going to actually be freed up on rotations, but look, it's more of a lean towards A.
Frozen could buy time with the molly, but he needs to get it down cleanly. Jump is tagged by the orb. Can he put that molly in main to stop this split? Because Jacob's been found in con as well. Just Frozen here. At molly only buys a few seconds. Broke his rotation.
Oh my goodness.
Not even necessary because this round is lost. Na'Vi in a 4v5. Storm into B yet again. And it's Bits double entry to put the 8th round on the board.
They're unimprovable right now. They're actually just playing amazing. Every losing position, they turn into a winning one. Their flashes are perfect. The timing on the bit push is everything. If that trade goes the other way, everyone from the A site could have pushed through, gone for a big flank on time. They had still 2 players in the site with E-box control. It's just so massive. Bit takes that as an opportunity just to go.
Just not missing a beat.
Yeah. And that is a bit of the problem with the roaming that's happening, because they're coming in and out of choke points, and Na'Vi are moving a little slower, but with just the right amount of conviction.
Also just feels so hard for FaZe to justify 3 players gambling on B bomb site
This isn't good
late in
for
a round
FaZe,
when the
bro.
whole map is quiet. You've never had
I'm
A
not
info,
gonna-
you
I'm
don't
not
have
happy about
mid-bridge.
this.
Na'Vi could be lurking through. There's so many gaps on the map that FaZe are paranoid of, and the second they leave B, that's when Na'Vi come in.
I'm not going to call it a 13-0, are you?
We've said it now, so FaZe's first round is coming up.
I have a decent track record at this, but that would be
0-7.
bold. Damn.
That's fucking
Feeling
insane,
good right now
bro.
for FaZe.
I hate calling. But actually the joke, I mean, not the joke, but the fact when Twist was calling on Liquid, he was playing some of his best CS at the same time.
Yeah.
So
Now what?
now what? I don't know.
I mean, of course it's gonna be fucking
the
rough.
question.
You know, it's.
Oh,
it is
yeah.
what it is.
It only counts if he drops.
Okay. That's why I was quiet. If he dropped, I was going to go.
Ooh. No. It's not like FaZe haven't had these man advantages. 4v3, 5v4.
I'm real scared for FaZe in mid because...
Oh,
Na'Vi-
yeah.
Okay.
But he's backing up to B right now. Nothing in the water. Na'Vi full A
Look
assault.
at A site, man.
That's crazy.
There's never anyone in here.
There's nowhere to stand. Double molly down, smoke heaven, and they put a 3rd in just to ensure this round. Na'Vi Are they just going to force a 5v5 save right now? This is a predicament for FaZe. Maybe they want to look for a lurker, but they are simply out of position at the moment. Timer has started. Bomb is down. FaZe don't even have heaven control. That's Na'Vi's domain. Missed shot from Brokey, and you won't get many more chances. Wonderful moves back to a strong position. That smoke does give leeway to FaZe. It looks like they want to go for this all in right now. Oh, beautiful spray, and this round ends before it begins. No getting through that choke point. Brokey saves, and Na'Vi again, 9 rounds straight here on FaZe's pick.
No, it's incredible.
Come on,
I mean,
Brokey.
okay, because he's totally blind, so second kill.
What can you do?
Happy about that. But he had a teammate to trade that one out as well. The important part was the first one. And on both sides of the site, it's just a lockdown.
It feels like FaZe can't get a read on what's going on, right? Yeah. Like the round prior, they leave B for that exact move. Now Na'Vi throw it in.
This has just been, like, whatever happens from this point on, it's already been a masterclass of recovering the game, picking timings. Again, their flashes are right. And the only thing truly negative about FaZe, it feels like that they could clearly improve. It's just committing a bit more to when they're in sights or when they're suspicious. But there's almost never been a time where I don't think they've ever fought anybody on default in the site ever. On the other side of the map, sure, but almost every single time they're up in heaven. The one time they tried to phase the smoke, it was Twist and NetU.
Yep.
They wanted to push out of A main, but outside of that, like, there have been no standard holds, no op in position. The electrolytes are working for Na'Vi.
Okay, again, another pick given us by Jacob. He's been the only guy delivering FaZe his early advantages. But it's not yet been enough. Na'Vi, again, dry walk middle. They don't even announce with a flash. FaZe don't know for sure. And it's uncertainty here for FaZe. Whether or not they want to continue pushing. There's a block ready here on camera. I don't think Na'Vi can call a bluff on a smoke in this position, but how confident are they? Makaze has been red hot.
This is interesting. What happens right now?
Oh, miss flash. It does actually catch Twist, though, and now the smoke doesn't come down in time. Twist moves ahead of it. 5v3, and you said it was a 13-0, and so here's Na'Vi showing up with their first lost round all game. It's a bit of a bloodbath in middle. FaZe goes sending it. Did I speak too soon? Surely not.
Take him out now. Oh, okay.
Don't let him leave.
Let's go for strong, bro.
Who was that? They have an American on their team?
That's a new voice.
Excuse me? Was that Lake? Who was that?
I don't know.
I actually have no clue.
Guessing NKJ, but doesn't sound German to me.
Oh, fans.
All right.
Nice! Come on, boys.
NetU great round. Needed that here for FaZe.
And
just to feel something.
Yeah, and Twist with a 2. All right.
Ooh.
One time too many with that push.
Yeah, they learned their lesson now. Frozen commits to position. Aggressive still. FaZe, okay, finally throwing themselves into the fight. Trade back on A. Smoke in middle is only going to do so much. Let's reload for Twist is dangerous, but he doesn't even get it in. Makaze climbs over the smoke. Ema pressuring B. Everywhere FaZe are, they're getting pushed right now. Frozen holds on, keeping this even again. This has been back and forth all round, but in that downtime, Makaze has taken space.
Big time. This is, I mean, how are you supposed to keep track of this when you've got the whole rest of the map to worry about? They're watching their backs, but it's a little bit too slow, it feels like.
As if the flank is holding the flank. Makaze just missed it, though.
Pretty much
yeah,
is.
They are calling to watch this, so maybe he just goes down clean. And that's nice, but now they got to be thinking about going towards A. They're sure that there's another person here.
Mind games here.
Wow.
They would never go B after we killed their B flank.
It's crazy because they kind of have pick of their litter. They could have walked into A. They now can go B with 2 CTs leaving.
No.
3 CTs leaving.
And this is exactly what you're talking about, FaZe.
Insane.
Quite a commitment here in round 11, and Na'Vi, they're not even going to believe it when they walk in. They'll think, no way. They've given us the whole site. Bit's got a smoke for Temple. Sooner he gets that in, the better, but maybe they just walk in for the entry. 10 seconds on this clock. Bit catches them by surprise.
He's in an awkward spot if he wants to swing to the left. Oh, and that's an annoying smoke. They want to get in front of that. That's going to kill so much of the clock. 2 players now known as it's an M4 and an AK shooting.
Brokey can't exactly do much here from spawn. He can flash him out, but scaling with the AWP is a death sentence. Util goes in. They just got to charge. Frozen's easy kill, and Bit follows up with a double. Brokey, no chance, can't even live as Na'Vi swing him again. It feels like they've got wall hacks right now. They are walking into every empty site that FaZe give them.
I try not to say that when we're casting because some people go, yeah, see, I knew every pro player was cheating. But yeah, that's how they're moving at the moment. The calling is absolutely perfect. And the fact is, in that moment where they didn't go B right away, that was the moment that FaZe decided to leave the site. And so Na'Vi are completely in their heads.
And hey, you can't say FaZe aren't active. You can't say they're sitting in place and they're doing nothing. The problem might be that they're doing too much.
Yeah.
10-1 up. Na'Vi showing again their form from these first few events of the year. Two grand finals in a row, 1 trophy, and then, yeah, a quarterfinal loss, but to Vitality. As Mario was saying on the desk, we can kind of write that one off. Na'Vi looking to beat every other team in attendance here in Fort Worth. And looking to send a message to FaZe in this opening map. Shot for Brokey. It's Tuesday, it ain't Friday.
And Friday is not guaranteed either.
It's actually Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
Doesn't make a difference.
Okay. Hey, it's only 9 a.m.
Somewhere. Jacob close on the pillar, frozen back sight. This has been still exploitable. Nice flick for Brokey. This B site has been the problem, and Na'Vi look to want to extend that. Bit catching the flank. Frozen does hold for 1, but 1 is not enough as we're learning in this site. Another trade for Wonderful. Crucial kill to even up to a 2v1. Twist is here.
He surely wants to jump on this, but he sees the swap out to the AK.
It's not meant to be. And Na'Vi make a statement here on FaZe's map pick. This is a new FaZe, but they're giving us nothing to talk about.
We've still got 2.5 more days of action. But speak of action, off climb into catwalk. Zywoo tries to get away with a slick move instead of fast-moving Na'Vi. And in total contrast to the round prior where Wonderful was a lone top mid, you've already got Na'Vi players up through connector, trying to combine again with this Bit JL walkout. Flamesy's got a lot of pressure on him, and he has not been performing. He has not recovered since that awkward ladder kill, and this A site goes down with nothing until the jungle players come out with 2. This is Ema on a tear. A triple kill through middle, extended up connector, right back into the action. Quad kill for Ema. Not yet able to soften up the bomb site. Nico tries to go through, will stuff 1 up close. And Wonderful still yet to strike down his second victim. TeSeS looking for his impact. You didn't kill him, you just softened him up, and that's not enough to stop him. Bomb is here on the ramp. TeSeS has got another. Kicks in into the kill feed. It's Bit from down beneath. Right there to stop it. His multi-kill with a quad kill. Mikaze stays tucked in.
Here's a chance. They're under balconies. Elo's adding them up.
That's 2. Will Mikaze go unnoticed? Because the Opera could serve up a perfect distraction.
Bombs can't get planted here now.
On the other side. Yeah. They've lost this guard. Mikaze delivers. Wonderful goes down, but at least he opened the door for this.
From
Mikaze
Ninja.
marauding inside of this A site. Jame on the other side of it. 17 and 5 is Mikaze. This guy is ascending to a whole new level.
If Fame waits this long, this might come back to bite him.
He's got the kit, and that kit could be so key.
You gotta go, VP.
He needs to move. Beyond.
That's dirty. Oh.
Welcome to Wonderland.
Yeah, he just wants to take the fight, but he's letting him get closer.
Finally puts Wonderful
Chat, should we
to rest.
trade some shit,
Bit in
bro?
the meantime, slip the net. Inches ever closer. Catches them off guard and finishes Jane. Noda, you gotta deliver with a huge health advantage. Bits on the pistol, and it's enough. for Na'Vi to maintain control despite the cost and go up 3-0. Donk plays behind the pole. He's got Shiro to work with. He's fully blind. The offer missed the shot. Shiro's down.
Wow.
Alexi B, double entry.
They came out ready for that.
Just like that, he takes back what Alexi worked so hard for.
We're talking about bits lurked out.
Deep inside the A site, but the bomb gets cut off. Bomb control again. Alexi's down to 9. It is all Alexi thus far for this round. But remember, Zontix gets active.
And also, Bit can get involved.
There are lurks on both ends. And the bomb still yet to be retrieved. Magic's losing almost all that HP. Zontix stoic, snaps up, misses his chance. Alexi B sees all.
With 9 health. 9 health, he's gone. He's
No!
The nade misses.
Oh, an ace!
Call it overpass in the major final because FaZe are happy to just have one round. This ain't Vitality, though. Na'Vi showing up.
I don't think they'll be laughing either.
No.
When the game ends.
I don't know. There's smiles on faces here for FaZe.
Yeah, actually, maybe they will be. You know, because I guess at the very least, you can't have expectations that are too high. That's always nice.
Yeah, but this low?
Hey, they're only a top 50 team.
That's true. Still higher than Liquid.
You can't go lower than that somehow. The bait, Jacob has survived in 4 out of his 38 Anubis T-side rounds this year.
Oh dear.
4 out of 38.
That's not many. Nice position, Bit for the flash lands at the perfect time. How did he get 3? Netu triples up, and Jacob as well, looking to make this his 5th round. It's wonderful 1v4. Bomb here, but FaZe aren't going to give him the satisfaction. Who is that? Is that Netu shouting?
I don't know,
catch it on cam. There's a deep voice in there.
Yeah, there's a...
Look at this.
That's
Oh my! He killed the door player first. Whoa!
Damn. Well done. Yeah, that's the reaction you want.
He was down everything in those 2-minute breaks.
Yeah. He's like, I am the best coach ever.
100% T-side pistol round win rate for FaZe with this roster.
But we can't talk past this round. This is the kind of game where Na'Vi have winning every situation, whether it was good or bad. And yeah, you know that we've got to keep FaZe on notice for now.
They force up. Bits on USP armor.
Respect, man. No, he's been an assassin today.
Just gonna shoot him in the back of the
Yeah,
head.
that's actually a weird buy.
Yeah, he's got 500 bucks as well. Bro forgot the 5.7.
Wants to be different so bad. He's got a HE, a smoke, and USB armor.
This is like a troll buy.
That's you can only make that buy when you're actually insane. You're winning every round.
Watch him still make it work. This, unfortunately for Makazi, is a bit too early, but FaZe weren't looking his way. He still gets damage off. I mean, don't chase him here. This could get dangerous.
But surely he just gets slowly hunted down now. Oh no, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, Brokey on his last legs on this one of 2 AKs. Twist entry. Ema catches him by surprise, but bomb's coming in, so they're committed here. Ema could go crazy mode. 1v3 on this site, no support, Bit behind a smoke, and Ema
Here
found.
it is.
Here's why we see the USP armor. No, that's why we don't. FaZe do convert.
All right, they land on their feet. Did a great job trading through that, and Twist is ready to get right into the calls. Let's see what this T-side has to offer. And, you know, you bring in a new map into the pool, I can only assume you're putting a good amount of work into CT side, but with time constraints, I'm probably going to be like, how do we get a T side together to look really competent? That's just got more moving pieces.
Spread default here for FaZe, keeping it simple. With these rifles search on the B site, either getting overwhelmed. How's Makazi here?
I don't even know.
They could find the bomb with a well-placed eagle, but they don't want to commit to this.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear, that's two
He wants out of there
tags.
so bad.
Saved by Jacob. Frozen warming into the game. And he's going to take Bit with him. So Frozen recovering his score and recovering the AK that he just dropped.
Yeah, for me, like, we're in the dignified rounds territory. You get to 8 just to make sure that it's not a stomp. Then you start thinking, okay, we can actually win this game.
Oh, please, boys, give me something here.
For the minute. Navi call a timeout.
Yeah, they didn't have to use him in the first half. It's always nice to have him for T-side. And KJ is not getting involved in this one.
Presumably, FaZe have their first few rounds of this T-side ready in their pocket. So let's see what they got.
That was the Ludwig call.
He
I
saved
have
the
a deagle
deagle.
if anyone wants it. Guess they do it at every level.
Must mean we got an AWP for Brokey, so let's see where he starts on this T side. Wonderful the same. So Brokey in middle every round when he had his last. Wonderful. Just jump spotting. Brokey holds con. I'm in America, so maybe I have to call it E-Box. Jury's still out.
I mean, Ramses is still open if you want.
Let's not go crazy. Be serious. Oh, that could be nice.
Gnarly grenade. Square in the middle of 3 of them.
They want to pounce on this right now, FaZe. Well-timed escape from Makazi, and he's not done with that util.
Dude.
Cooked like Gordon Ramsay out here.
Yeah.
And Makazi on this angle, I'm fearful if I'm FaZe. But Brokey's all waits and does punish that peak. A huge opening kill here from the AWP of FaZe.
Yeah, the patience is working. And can Alexi really just stand here? We've got a molly coming his way. Oh no, that's not to E-Box. Where did Brokey go?
Oh, they're all blind.
So much
3
information
here.
and the spray down.
Alexi Beast, triple mowdown, and this B site, well, defended, locked out. We got 10 health on Frozen, 9 and 5. FaZe fired.
It's a save,
oh man, I mean, that flash could not have higher efficacy. That was full blind, full 4.5 seconds.
Unfortunate.
He had time to get the first kill with some missed bullets and still take out the rest. 5 and 9 HP remaining. And that's map point for Na'Vi secured.
And you know, we talk about anti-flash and those positions, but that's not the flash you're expecting. Out into the water,
Yeah.
that deep.
And it's been all game that Na'Vi have found perfect timings for the flashes and have lined up every single one.
And it's all game. The FaZe have found 5v4s, have been unable to convert the rounds.
Oh, brutal.
Even the captain's cooking them now. And it happens all too quick here. Na'Vi might just strut through this first map.
Helped a ton with the HE damage, too. Almost got away with it all there. What'll be the call this time? A wonderful hit down already.
Is that an outside B nade? Oh, I like this for bits. Not the angle you're ready to fight, but FaZe aren't biting.
His aim has been kind of crazy today.
AK on CT side. Oof. So FaZe are in the holding pattern right now.
What
just
happens
doing
here? What
loops.
happens here?
They want the same thing that Na'Vi have. I think Na'Vi know it. This could be a curtain call for FaZe, and really, I think time pressure is actually going to be another threat if they don't start making decisions.
Yeah, Resmoke just comes down. But that is Na'Vi's last block. And Ema might go completely unchecked in this position if mid plays first. Terrifying spam, just taking one off.
and they have to go through it.
Right in the water. Ema takes one more. It's a beautiful double out of Frozen to keep this round alive, but Bit with more nades retrieved from Faze bodies, puts himself back in this site. He's not going to let them in for free. That's a big flash to keep him back, and Bit hides inside of the smoke. Faze with 20 seconds, can't dilly-dally, can't dawdle, must put that bomb down. That's free damage for Bit's nade.
Nade's coming.
Oh, but he puts it on the smoke instead and catches. Frozen bails out Brokey. 2v1, Makazi's revealed position, and no kit right now either, so clock ticking in Faze's favor. Makazi can't wait forever, but where have Faze gone?
I mean, if he doesn't tap this now, it's pretty much over. No kit on him at the moment. Right underneath.
Not like this, Faze.
I mean, surely it's fine.
Now it
Frozen,
is.
He's got to just stay tucked. Yeah, Makazi will have to see his way out. Oh,
Nice.
never mind. Let's get all 5 first.
And get the AWP as well. That's a nice little cheeky escape for Makazi, but one round for Faze to keep them in this game. 3 kills for Frozen as well. That was high impact in middle.
It took a lot of excellent utility usage there for Faze to just ensure that position. Their late molly to counter Bit's smoke, and when he naded that smoke open, it looked like, oh, he should have just dropped it on the planter, but he nearly got the kill for it. That was excellent 2 kills from Frozen.
And save onto Brokey.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gotta be net you.
Careful. Boost up. They catch him. That's a scary boost to employ as well with a nade on the con smoke. Bit's having none of it though.
Yeah.
15 and 9, looking for yet another down in water.
Why is he just ready to just raw dog another peek? No flashes or anything. Like, he is not scared whatsoever. And support's coming in from behind.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's nuts right
God
now.
damn it, bro.
There's going to be more. Alexi jumps the corner and Bit follows up with a 3rd kill. It's still double trades back for Netu. This round is alive for Faze. And Na'Vi are moving. But mid's been open for some time, so Wonderful's cautious. Shifts his way back in the heavens. Got to clear everything, but Faze are doing the same thing. By the time he gets there, Faze as well.
He's really trying not to get tricked, but his suspicion is right. Oh, excellent shot and an excellent round so far for Netu.
I don't think you're ready for Makazi. He is right here to end the game right now. On top of heaven, knife pulled. Makazi biting the bit, looking to just fight back in this site. Frozen puts that bomb down, allowed a few seconds of safe haven, and he will win the round here for Faze.
Just a touch too messy.
A wide swing would have done it right there.
Yeah. Great round, though, again, from Netu with those 2 kills, not a second quick double, and a 3rd to ensure they get into the site versus Wonderful's op.
It's a freak of nature right now.
I know, his confidence is just so high. And I like that he knows how to play off of it, too.
He's bringing energy because they know what that round means. They've broken Na'Vi's economy. Most of Na'Vi's economy.
Most of Na'Vi's economy.
That's why Bit saved those $500 because he's got an M4 right now. Locked out of this site by an instant execute here. And Faze, dare I say, might just have a 7th.
The plan came down so quick. No friction at all. CT's allowed to move fast. They really want to try this.
Chaos is the only hope here for Na'Vi, and Twist supplies a double.
And now Bit really just wants to hang back with this gun.
So Faze not only get a couple rounds down the stretch on this T side, they build their money up. They get another swing at Na'Vi and a rifle on rifle. Relieving any pressure that 1v1 clutch put on Faze. We're doing it again.
We're doing it again.
Alrighty.
Okay. All right, we'll see if the pre-nades are coming out, if they're ready for that kind of push. We know Bit's already made a cameo towards A main. That's something they've got to think about.
Yeah, that's around.
I would not want to run it a Bit.
No, I was going to say that's around the Bit wasn't.
How can they not
so
hear
you want to pull it off
each
against Bit? Let's see.
It's a brave call to make.
It's Na'Vi who want to make the adjustment. Timeout called by Blade.
But, you know, Navi are also thinking about how we've conditioned them, what they should be and shouldn't be afraid of. And it will take a hell of a read to think, okay, well, we think they'll try to rush A again. Maybe that's unlikely in their heads.
Feels pretty out there.
We're doing it again.
Brokey asking for lineups.
Starting, looks like just wonderful. Interestingly, the op. Oh, and Bit's really close. They've actually got 2 quick rotations. That's a punish.
Molly falls short as well. It doesn't seem to matter for Wonderful. He wants them here in his sight. A second tag connects. Wonderful, 2 quick shots has put Na'Vi on the precipice of taking Faze's map. There's still more to do here though. Frozen with his AK taking one-on-one, and Twist has not got the gun for the job right now. MP7, they start to storm. Brokey coming in, scope deep, they could line up. Brokey takes one more before all is said and done, and Twist is thrust into a clutch without the bomb on his back. Goes searching for the kill.
And he has no idea where Makaze could be coming in from. Leaving that bomb means this gives Makaze time to get into position. He's here on camera, ready to push.
Oh.
Just a MAC-10.
Timing couldn't be worse. The info of Makaze confident, learned from his last clutch, swings out, takes the round, and puts Na'Vi a map up in this series. One more map for Na'Vi will chase them to the playoffs here in Fort Worth. And well, Faze too slow to start in this one today.
I mean, you couldn't really ask for it.
Definitely. So I'm going to cut you off, Mohan. Sorry. It's time for us to talk. Because Makaze said, Maui, you thought they were going to get 8 rounds? No.
Hey, I was close.
Yeah.
Okay. Faze, they just needed a little bit more in the first half.
Yeah.
I felt like the T side was actually quite well prepared, but you could see in this one exactly why Na'Vi are the #2 team in the world. Felt like they exercised so many options in that first half.
It's true. Flexible throughout. They read them throughout. Talk me through a little bit of that T side from Alexi and some of the rounds you'd like to see.
Well, we have a couple, actually, and I feel like a lot of them are predicated off of the fact that they use middle so well, that they were always pressuring with one player, with 2 players. I know the first round that we have queued up is going to show just how they were able to take that sort of space, and even though they go 1-for-1 in the opening pick, it shows that they're able to, from that position, push through middle. They're able to just try to use 3 pincers onto the bomb site simultaneously, which puts them in a good enough position in a post plant, even though they lose their advantage in middle to then swarm the bomb site. So that is a moment where Na'Vi, they are showing that they're very willing to use every single option allotted to them.
Chat. We
and
got
the
a
Faze team
quote
is
unquote
going to have to
friend
kind of
invite.
pick up the pieces, and that was kind of the story throughout a lot of this half, that they had to always try
Welcome
to figure
to
out
my
where is
profile.
Na'Vi, because if we
President
lose
of.
1 kill, 1 advantage,
Inventory's
then
gonna
they
be
could just be
private?
everywhere.
It's
Yeah,
true,
bro.
and we were talking a lot about how their
Currently
T side from
in-game.
Faze was a lot better, because that's probably the
2,300
only thing that
hours.
Twists had time for to prepare this core for.
Yeah.
But conversely, you know, starting on the CT side,
Block.
a lot of times, right, the site completely
Block.
abandoned, right? They were really frazzled.
They tried to create their own destiny
Yeah.
with some opening picks from Jacob. He found 4 in the first half, and you felt
fuck
like in
is
some of those
Zoran?
moments, maybe FaZe would be able to convert,
Inventory.
but again, it just kind of
Private.
exuded all that class from Na'Vi.
Block.
We saw how even when they lose the 1, they're able to then slink into further positions. They're able to convert. They were able to win a
Honey
couple
Blossom.
man-down deficit
Inventory.
situations because they had such prime positions in
Block.
post plants, key pieces of utility in order to take rounds back into their control.
Talk me through round 11
One
then. I think this
pending
was a
trade
great
offer.
example.
Yeah, another one where actually, unfortunately for FaZe in this one, they don't get the
Yeah.
opening pick, and you see how Na'Vi just puts a chokehold all over the map once again. Again, this is just the story where Makaze gets boosted into the window early on here. Twist drops a counter smoke here, and he's somewhat aware of this sort of play from Makaze, but I feel like that tells a tale of 2 stories, that Makaze gets the opening pick because of such forward positioning, but Twist being a little bit slow on the draw there. And even though Makaze gets found out on this flank, once again, you just see all of this pressure exerted from Na'Vi, how FaZe did not know where Na'Vi was going next in the round. They were scrambling towards the A bomb site, and it gave just enough room for Bit and Alexi to get this post plant in order. The fact that Bit also drops this incredibly timely smoke, perfectly uses all the utility he has on on his belt, and this is a round where FaZe needed to get something together, but the class from Bit was full on display.
It absolutely was, and of course, this was a map that probably Na'Vi was always going to win. It was a gambit thrown out by Twists to go back to that Anubis, which he definitely likes to play in his system, but when it comes to Na'Vi, you are very celebratory about them, and I liked in this one that it was everybody, right? And it seemed so visceral.
The Na'Vi team that you see today is so drastically different than what you got 8 months ago or so, where they were trying to put the pieces back together off of losing some of the, I would say, camaraderie that they had in 2024, where now you're getting this team that really, I think Makaze has breathed new life into a roster that was sort of on its last legs, and now they've become believers again. They're a team that knows that they should be the dominant force in the server against practically anybody in the world not named Vitality, and so they showed that. The way that they were, I feel like confidence gets thrown out a lot in this sort of space, but really just the way that they take space without even second guessing, that everybody's moving forward knowing that this is all part of a greater plan.
It is, and it makes you think back to when they were successful in getting the major victory, which is now a completely different era, right? And parts that they have to rebuild. The fact that Makaze said, yeah, I know it now. I understand the Blade system. I'm happy to be vocal. I feel like I'm confident to be vocal. They're only one map away from the playoffs, and I think we're going to see them go far.
Oh, yeah, I feel like if they don't make the grand finals again, I feel like that's going to be a disappointment for them, and they're taking care of business here with FaZe.
Okay, Nature then, okay. First map, right? A lot to put on his shoulders. Twist had a lot of faith in him. What do you think?
That was a great opening showing for me. The comeback that FaZe started to spur there was off of the back of Natu and some of those late round situations. The way he was able to take down Makaze in a 1v1 on the A bomb site there was really impressive. The kind of force he showed, didn't want to play back on his heels, didn't want to play back onto the default positions on the site, just wanted to take the fight on his own terms. I always respect a player when they go for those kinds of moves.
Bro.
So this is already pretty nice from him. It's a bit of a shame that some of the old guard from FaZe was kind of slow to start in this one, because it was mostly just Nate and Jacob.
Yeah, it is kind of like they have lemons. Can they make lemonade?
NKJ will do his absolute best to erect a stand in the middle of his neighborhood and sell as many lemonade glasses that he possibly can, because that's the best you can hope for at this tournament.
It's true. At the very least, you also hope that the players that should be performing are performing, but I know you had some question marks for Jacob, for instance, in the past. Now, Twist is left with that heritage almost of Kerrigan bringing him into the team, right? But still, we need to see more definitely on this next map if they want to do anything here.
I would say that they still are going to have a lower bracket game where they can maybe pick up the pieces from. However, I think that Jacob right now is just kind of at a turning point where he now really is not shackled by a Kerrigan system that also looked like it wasn't doing him any services. We saw a bit more freedom from him in this sort of game. We know that the aim can be incredibly sharp. That was totally on display here. It's just that it didn't really get parlayed into any sort of victory, unfortunately.
It's true. We'll talk a little bit about the next map. It will be Ancient when we come back. Into Ancient we go with Na'Vi very happy after that first map, and now only one map away from making it to the playoffs here at Blast Rivals Fort Worth. But they're up against Faze, and well, they tried it on Anubis. Na'Vi's win rate on Ancient is much higher than it even is on Anubis. So talk to me about what makes this Ancient so scary for a Na'Vi team.
Na'Vi, who loved Mirage in the past, slowly came to terms with the fact that Ancient is just their best map, and that's because of Makaze. He's the driving force for them in middle, and given that it is the most pivotal part of the map, it is one where having a star entry like him just pays dividends. So his explosive play, the fact that they have so many different utility sets to get him into middle, to burst out, and the fact that he's even learned how to play the second, third stages of the round to a much higher degree now, they're all reasons for why they love this map.
It's really like an investment paying off dividends more and more, right, for Makaze?
In the beginning, when they had him, he just was that explosive force.
Yeah.
But now, under Blade, Alexi's tutelage, you see him taking his time. You see the way that he's working through mid-rounds, that he isn't just sending it into Donut. He's not just sending it up to Red Room. So yes, I would say it's an investment where they definitely added a little bit more to it at the beginning, but one where he's now just looked like the most complete player on this map. For my money, other than when ZywOo rarely decides to boot up Ancient, given its Vitality's permaban, I would say Makaze is the best in the world on this map.
Yeah, you always have to mention ZywOo.
Donk, ZywOo, they're just names that you have to...
They're just names.
They're benchmarks.
They are, they very much are. Talking about benchmarks, for Faze, this is going to be a rough one for them. What can we expect? Of course, there are a lot of changes in terms of how they're going to approach these maps, right, now at Nature?
Natu is in for a little bit of a rough transition period. I'm imagining here that even though with Ents he was playing the A anchor position, that's kind of where Frozen and Twist usually end up in the middle of a round. So I think he's gonna have to lace up and get into Cave, because nobody that I saw from Faze was really a prime suspect to get back into that position. So I want to see what the rookie has in store for us here in a position that is so nerdy, it's so geeky. You have to do all these little wall bangs, you have to know all these little lineups, you have to know basically off of fake reloads, are they gonna swing me or not? It's almost like you're trying to mind game your opponents. That's why Kerrigan was actually pretty reasonable in that spot. And now I feel like with Natu, this is going to be a trial by fire.
Yeah, it's interesting because we always think about, everything that changes around Kerrigan leaving in terms of leaving a hole as the IGL, right? And Twist taking over. But on the other hand, you could have a real uptick if you have someone who can now be better in those positions. But that is also a tall order on Natu, though.
Of course it is. And also, I just want to bring up this one fact that Twist was a great fragging in-game leader when he was on Liquid. That first map did not showcase that whatsoever. He himself does need to step up if he wants this Faze project to work in his favor. If he wants to earn the respect of Frozen to say, please stay on this roster, you're gonna need to step up, because Frozen needs reasons to want to stay locked into this Faze project.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's a great takeaway. We all saw that interview on HLTV. So you gave him 8 in the first one. They only got 7. How many do you give Faze now?
I'll double down. 8 again. 8 again, okay? I feel like this Faze team has a little bit more going for it than people may expect out the gates. And the fact that they get to start CT side on an Ancient map that, by the way, Twist wasn't even too shabby at calling on this map when he was with Liquid. So there's a lot of things that work in their favor, but Na'Vi, that is, they're clearly the better team.
They are a tall order, but maybe they make it work. Let's kick it over to our casters.
Home ground here for Na'Vi, and looking for a spot in the playoffs quickly here on day 1 of Fort Worth. Here at Blast Rivals, I'm here with Mohan and Faze Map 2. Do you have more faith after seeing that first game?
Not sure. For me, it's not. I'm not sure if it's going to be, I have more faith in Faze. I just have tons of faith in Na'Vi.
Yeah.
I feel like, unfortunately, this is going to be one of the hardest opening round teams they could play against. Like, even Vitality lost a Foot, who have a coach. I mean, Foot are amazing, but they lost a map on their best map to a team who has a coach. That might have even been a better draw for Faze. Na'Vi played that last map, and it's only going to get harder. Yeah, I think some players might be more comfortable now, but I think nothing matters more than if the better team is going to be more comfortable. At least, again, it's going to be a CT side start. That's always nice. Anubis was always going to be a risk. So, problem is that we did see some good things about Faze back on Anubis, and yet they also didn't really stand a chance. They made sort of a comeback happen, but Na'Vi were never out of control of it.
didn't really feel like it. And I think we're going to have more standard map in the sense of, you know, FaZe hopefully able to close advantages if they're in those positions, because, you know, we're talking about the randomness of Anubis. It did just definitely feel like not even just random. Na'Vi just made some great mid-round calls, found all the gaps, exploited everything in that T side. You'd like to think on a, yes, a more comfortable map for Na'Vi, but the same can be said for FaZe, that they're going to slot back in a little better here on Ancient. Either way, it's Na'Vi's home ground. And so let's see they show up on this T side. Akazi is always a delight to watch on this map.
Yeah, no kidding. And the other thing was the flashes last map for Na'Vi. Those had me shook a bit. Again, from the bottom of their map pool, they made it look like it was at the top. We'll likely get more of the same now. Brokey in a great spot with these dualies.
Come on, FaZe, take this
even better now.
map, bro. Take this fucking map.
They don't know. And so he's patiently waiting for Makazi to overstep, but instead, Na'Vi checking out middle. Feels like it was always going to end B with Alexi here with the bomb, but Brokey getting a little bit more aggressive.
They're just missing each other.
Yeah, seconds of difference. Oh, trying to escape though.
What's going on here, bro?
Preparing themselves for this B site attack, and Na'Vi are getting closer and closer. 4v5, 3v5 as Frozen plucks another. Brokey just wants to fire his dualies right now.
he's getting too much support.
He's going to get a chance. Bombing cave. No, he's not. Gone after none. And a pickup for Emo. FaZe in a 5v3. I'm getting scared right now as Na'Vi execute this site.
Wouldn't be their first 3v5 victory. Oh, FaZe still have to look alive. Some shots getting missed.
Oh, God. Oh,
it's getting worse.
It's brutal for Na'Vi, and they don't lose a man.
Oh, that was a perfect camera. NKJ had his hands in the air, and sometimes that's a good thing. But this isn't a music festival.
Yeah. Going straight down on that roller coaster, and you can feel it in the pit of your stomach. Two nice USP taps to open up here, and then Na'Vi just comes swinging in. Wonderful P250. It's a delight for Na'Vi. It felt like, you know, a reasonable retake-ish setup for FaZe, but
yeah,
like same thing on Anubis. So many times they're playing from the back.
Agreed. It's not like it's a comedy of errors and everything goes wrong. It's they just get out fragged all at the same time. They were kind of in decent spots following those kills. I mean, the only funny part about that was Brokey not able to shoot a single bullet.
Those USPs on long can be rough. Na'Vi have that dog in them right now.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
So incredibly
Na'Vi's
good
just fucking
at every turn. Haven't really
rolling.
been shaken when it comes to the ecos as well. Early on in Anubis, there was that MP9 buy that came close. But even when Na'Vi run into a whole stack, they still end on their feet.
Rolling.
And, you know, we talk about Na'Vi being #2 and having a great run of events recently. And it's not just about beating the top 5 teams in the world. It's also just about dismantling teams below that with no problem. It's something we attributed to perhaps a Mouse in their peak, right? Just not losing to underdogs when they're favorite, you would know it. And that's the Na'Vi we've been getting recently, right? In the games we expect them to win, they don't really stress. They don't really sweat. And this feels like another one of those.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a top 2 team in the world, you should be beating down on top 50 rosters. I mean, it should be 2-0s.
Yep.
FaZe just getting dragged around on this MP9 half-buy, delaying their first rifle like they did on Anubis. Brokey making some AWP money. That's an important double. It will get him the cash. And so AWP can come out in this first proper full rifle round now for FaZe.
It's actually so fucking annoying to watch this.
And I'll be 3-0 up. That's just another number on the ticker closer to the playoffs.
Fun part about Ancient is it can go quickly. A lot of mid control. In for both teams or both sides, you can have a lot of deep B control, which means early gunfights, which again can be fun. Not as much when you're on the CT side and you've got to try to stabilize your economy at the same time. So here, this is a big risk, but it kind of pays off. Oh, for a second, Makaze comes out with 2 back.
Of course he does. Transfer as well. So it takes Jacob to save them. And if Na'Vi go quick, there's still 2 players on this B bomb site. That's exactly what FaZe want. Brokey's AWP lusting for the kill, missed shot. Na'Vi still here on the edge, waiting to execute. Will they reconsider? 2 players spotted at B. Wonderful checks the flank. I mean, they have a molly and 2 flashes. Alexi smoke inside of the cave.
Oh, they're worried about a mid lurk. And they don't have that open. This gets scary. Interesting spot for Twist. No one's here to peek this right away. Maybe he can get away. Wow, he somehow gets both. Doesn't have a spot to run to. No third player to trade that out. And now almost no hope for Alexi B. He can maybe get to the bomb, but you know CTs are going to be close.
This crosshair doesn't move. They just get guillotined. And Alexi B crouching in, does a lot of damage, but he's not going to find that kill. Broke is on the line. Nice pre-fire, puts him on 30 health.
And he knows actually that Twist is low now.
And Nate go a long way. The backside, he finds Brokey. Twist saves the round with a 3rd
Hell yeah,
kill.
Twiz. Hell yeah, Twiz.
Yeah, no kidding, man. That would have been a free plant and a nightmare 1v1 for the T who has to retake. Health wouldn't matter that much at that point. Crazy. He starts shooting when he's turned around. Now, this is a real emergency spot for Twist. I mean, it's great that he can hold his nerve, but you can see he's worried about everything.
Okay. Faze breaking in earlier than Anubis is a good sign.
You want to go for mid again. Sometimes be a poison
Chad, I
chalice.
keep losing.
But again, Netsu with that first kill.
Fuck me.
Calls the cancel. Akazi low health as well. Gonna recommit later. Alexi has made it up heaven. Had no real cave presence here for Faze. It's Brokey again, opening the site.
They run the whole rotation. I don't think Alexi is going to feel like this is a fake, so they'll just quietly come back into mid. Now, does this mean they want to walk past Donut or not?
A bit insane at my tempted for the split, but no info till there. Jacob on a pixel line catches it. His patience persevering.
We saw him try to come in with the pre-fire and the perfect crosshair placement. Last round was a little off.
Like this open Navi, showing face in middle is going to make you scared of Donut late in the round. There's no one there for now.
And it's going to be a CT mid-timing. They want to reclaim up some information, or they tie up a player, which means Jacob's going to be alone for a while.
Fear of middle is just leaving a solo player here. Navi are going to try to erupt. Jacob tapping out a second.
Oh, an artist.
Lovely done. The kill is fantastic.
Come on.
And that is the round at the feet of Faze.
That is beautiful. And again, because they didn't push back into mid, it had to be all him.
So a sigh of relief here for Faze. Not just the first round of the board, but back-to-back and clean. All the setup for a more competitive map here. As Navi are full broke.
Right now we get anchors, and off of their individual level are putting together these formidable sight holds and kind of handling business one at a time. But that's enough to just send Navi back to this, you know, low buy. Obviously, one saved gun. No investment beyond this Galil. I thought if this was going to come down to mid control, that where Navi would actually be able to really impose their will on Faze. But so far, the trades have actually been pretty good from the defense. They'll be quite stubborn about it. Here they are back to it.
Navi really just trying to put this rifle in position. Have got that mid control for free, but again, it's info for Netu. You can drop a smoke as soon as he sees him. Just a flash back. He's going to fight it. Glock.
He has no head armor.
No helmet. Gets taught a lesson here by Makaze. Oh dear, this is going very wrong very quickly. Can they get that off? Wonderful is knife out gunning for it right now. This is going disastrously for Faze. A 5v3 for Navi, and Wonderful extends the lead. Just going for pot shots now. Glock finds another ding. Twist trying to fight back with a USP, and there's a Glock again for Makaze. Low health will not stop him. Can Frozen do anything? Thrust into an impossible clutch by his team. His smoke, kit, and timing. Na'Vi hideout in plain sight. Frozen thins the herd. Double up. Smoke on the bomb. Things are getting weird now. Makazi needs a Glock triple. Surely that's unrealistic. Frozen with a 5-second, and Makazi with a bluff called. It's too late to the party. Faze save themselves from absolute embarrassment. It is Frozen who bails them out.
They would not have been able to live that down. Oh, they just let him walk into the site off the single box. It's a Glock one-shot entry, followed by a deagle kill. Galil, not necessary.
That's
and that should have been the final thing.
2v5.
Insane. It's great that Frozen pulls us back. They're going to be happy about it for sure, but my goodness.
Oh, that hurts for Makazi, man. He never got a gun in all that action. He got 2 Glock kills, and he stayed on Glock.
Yeah, the friggin' upgrade should have fallen from the sky. It's like...
Unlock it. Look, you can laugh it off if you're Na'Vi. You just got a fantastic round with nothing, but...
Yeah, they also know they could have won.
Yeah. Missed opportunity, perhaps. No alarm sounded yet here. Let's see this mid-control again. Na'Vi do want to go back for something. Some pressure early just to stop Faze from feeling confident enough to climb up. And Netu able to hide out again, but late flash will just wreck his round. And Makazi does not stop. Never. Triple kill in middle. This is his domain.
He's playing aim labs. There's absolutely no way he just got that third.
Transfers. Just another day.
That's a donk round. Round of your dreams as you're coming out of elbow. I mean, it's nothing but aim that gets you those kills. No amount of planning could set you up for success in that situation. I mean, a first flash helped, obviously, but man, that's all mechanics.
Well, aim he's got in spades.
Yeah, and as Maui brought up, like they've transformed him into the whole package. He was just such a great entry fragger, so explosive, so selfless, to be honest, but now just so good at also slowing down, which you have to be when you're playing on Na'Vi. They've really harnessed his full talent now on this team.
And while it feels unfair to compare anyone to Donk, I think just in the style and in the positions, at times I see what you're talking about.
You can with his stats on Anubis. You can. If there's one guy out there, man, that's something special.
Smashes down the front door here for Faze, and simple walk into B puts Na'Vi on their 4th. Brokey hanging around quite close here, not wanting to concede too much ground.
Feels like money is pretty relevant for Faze. I mean, they'll be able to keep this.
One save allows 5 guns, so Brokey does need this AWP, and they'll allow it. Show me that Makazi triple.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Better than the first time I saw it. What can you do? You just got to shrug it off.
Yeah, you got to walk
That's
that one
fucking
off.